World War I, or the first massive European punch-up. As a great historian once observed, prior to the summer of 1914, there wasn't a war on, but between the summer and the autumn of 1918, there was one. How, this historian wondered, did Europe go from one state of affairs to the other, and why? To be completely clear, what we call World War I could really be called Massive European Punch-Up One. But that's a story for another day. The roots of this big punch-up began to grow in 1871 with the birth of Germany. Prior to the formation of the German Empire, the various little countries that were known collectively as Germany practiced something called kleinstaaterei, or small-statery, where nominally independent states such as Prussia, Bavaria, Württemberg, Augsburg, and so on, each with their own princes and governors, operated as a loose federation of close friends. In 1871, after the Franco-Prussian War, the Prussian statesman Otto von Bismarck had the bright idea of turning the loose federation into a proper, modern empire in the style of the French, British, Russian and Austro-Hungarian empires. The rest of Germany obviously thought Bismarck was onto a winner and quickly signed up, at which point all other European empires sat up and started paying attention. The German Empire was the new kid on the block, and the established powers of Europe weren't about to let themselves get pushed off the map by this plucky newcomer. In 1881, the Germans made a formal alliance with Austria-Hungary and Italy, while the Italians slipped off to make a second, secret alliance with France. In 1892, France and Russia became allies, with British joining the so-called TripleANT in 1907. This three-man team of Europe's heaviest hitters was a formidable prospect for an upstart like Germany, who looked at the future and saw war on the inevitable horizon. Things came to a head in 1914 when the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the throne of Austria-Hungary, was assassinated in Sarajevo, infuriating the Austro-Hungarians. Within a month of the murder, and with their eye on securing some killer new territory, the Austro-Hungarian Empire declared war on Serbia. Russia, an ally of Serbia, immediately started moving troops to help their mates, so the Austro-Hungarians declared war on them too. This could have been seen as an overreach on the part of the Austrians, but let's not forget they had the beefy German Empire on their side, who promptly also declared war on Russia. Famously though, Russia is really rather cold and notoriously hard to invade, so the Germans sensibly declared war on Russia's mate France and invaded them instead. The invasion of France and Belgium brought Britain into the war, and it was game on for the big European punch-up. A few years later, the Americans joined in, and the chaos of militarized Eurovision became a proper global conflict, eventually earning the name World War I. Do like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and from all of us at History HQ, we'll see you next time.